everyone, Myles here from Gamespurt.com, and PAX Prime Day 3 has officially wrapped up, for me anyways. Yeah, it was a great day. It's good just like all the other days. Lots of stuff I did, talked to a lot of people, took a lot of pictures, attended a lot of events. It was really fun. Yeah, waking up, it was a lot better than the days before. I woke up, grabbed a coffee, headed on over to the convention center, you know, the usual thing. And right early in the morning, I had my first appointment at 10 o'clock as soon as the doors opened. And that was with independent game developers Kitty Loves Robots, which I think is a great name. And they were showcasing their game, Legend of Dungeon. This is a cool game. I really like this. It's a really cool indie roguelike, side-scrolling kind of, well, quasi-side-scrolling, as you can say, side-scrolling dungeon beat-em-up, and it's really great. I like it a lot. I think it's got some real character to it, and it's just this indie development group. It's two people, a wife and a husband. They're working together. They started making this game a while back, and yeah, no, it's really good. You know, it's a very simple game at its core, but it's got a lot of character and it's a lot of fun. Basically, like I said, it's a dungeons roguelike. So basically, what you're doing is and 4-player co-op as well. Basically, you and your friend can team up and you work together to progress to the depths of a dungeon that's infested with monsters, and as you go progressively, the monsters get more dangerous and more powerful. And there's a whole bunch of secrets. So if you step on a tile, a secret door may open or may activate something. And it's just a whole bunch of character, and it's got a really good look to it. There's some really great dynamic lighting effects in it, which I really enjoyed. And yeah, I don't know what it is about this game. It's just a really great indie title. There's a lot of really good indies in the Mega Indie booth and all around PAX in general. It's a breeding ground for great indie titles to come and show up and show their thing. And Legend of Dungeon is definitely one of those indie titles that impressed me. It's going to be coming out on Steam, I know that, at roughly $10 they're speaking at. But yeah, really cool game. Look it up if you want to find out more on it. I highly recommend it. So after that, my next appointment was with Dying Light. I was excited about this because, first off, I saw a game. Well, I found out about it at E3, and I remember watching the teaser trailer for it, which was done really well. But immediately I thought, Techland is going to be like another Dead Island. But then early on, before I attended PAX, I caught some glimpse of gameplay footage of the game, and it actually looked really good. It looked like they took what was originally the foundation for Dead Island and then just fine-tuned everything about it. It's basically, to me, it looked like what Dead Island should have been to begin with. Yeah, so I was really excited, really pumped to see what that was. So there was a private screening room for media only. I attended that. It was great. I got to sit down in my own little booth, computer station. Had one of the guys who worked on the game kind of coach me through it, and the game looks really good, plays really well, and it's really chaotic. It's just so much more fleshed out than what Dead Island was. And I asked one of the main directors there at the studios. I said, "Hey, is this like a spiritual successor to Dead Island?" To which he replied, "No, it's not." And here's the reason why. I can't exactly remember what he said, but he said, you know, I truly believe that it's a game all on its own. I'm not entirely sold on that, but okay, that's fine. I mean, from what I've seen, I'm pretty stoked about it. I can't wait. Along with Titanfall, I think that's going to be one of the AAA games to keep your eyes out for. So definitely keep your eyes out for it. After I had my Dying Light review, or my Dying Light interview, I found I had a bunch of spare time on my hands, and just going around taking pictures of all the cosplayers. Again, great show for cosplayers. Tons of great costumes. I love it. I love that kind of that fandom. I love it when people show it off and they're very unabashful about it. It's great. And, oh yeah, that's right. So I went upstairs, and Dive Kick they have a booth up there, and Dave Lang was up there, selling merchandise and whatnot, and coaching people on how to play the game. And I went up to him and said, hey, Dave, I think it's probably the greatest fighting game to have come out this year, and I really mean that. And then he said, that's really great, thanks a lot. And I asked him, I said, hey, would you mind facing me in a match? And he said, yeah, if I have time, and like when the lines died down, yeah, sure, I wouldn't mind doing that. Fortunately, that never happened because Jeff Gersman ended up coming by, and they started chatting a whole bunch, and Jeff Gersman and Dave Lang are notably really good friends. So unfortunately that didn't happen, but it was really good to chat with Dave Lang, and I got a few rounds of Dive Kick in there. Yeah. Went around to a whole bunch of the indie booths, just checking out their stuff, and I love what I see coming from the independent circuit. It's really good stuff. So then, after that, I had my final interview of the day, which was the Stinky foot computer PC device, which is really cool because it's all about adding extra keys to your gameplay, but it's all controlled by the foot. So you program it with this device that's really sturdy, actually. It's built really sturdy. And, yeah, you just rest your foot on there, and you push down, you push up, you step on it. It's basically just another set of keys that you can program to give you a competitive edge. And I think, that I truly believe that, yeah, that product is made for what it was intended for lack of a better way to describe that. It's, yeah, it's a really good product. I liked it. Wasn't too good because I wasn't too good at it because the game that they were using to demonstrate it was Battlefield, and I really don't have much experience with Battlefield, and I got fucking owned. TF2, on the other hand, if they were demoing TF2, or, using TF2, I would have probably had a better time. But, like I said, I think it's a great product. Definitely see how it could give a competitive edge to PC gamers. And, oh fuck, there is one bit of technology that was displayed at PAX that really blew me away. Shit, what is the card that he had? Blah, 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 blah. Do I have it? I'm fucking wasting time here. This device, what is it called? There it is. It's called the Omni by Virtuix, and it's literally, a guy has this giant platform that he stands on. He's like kind of harnessed in by this ring, and it's virtual reality running. So it cohesively works with the Oculus Rift. He's got the Oculus Rift on, surrounded by virtual reality, and he's actually running on this thing, and the character is running in the video game. It's fucking nuts actually seeing that, and I couldn't believe it. I was watching him do like a Half-Life 2 demo, and he was like running around, firing a shotgun. He had like a toy shotgun he was using, and like firing it and everything. And just technology these days, it's fucking great. Like it's never been better than what it has been. Well, I mean, that's kind of the natural progression of technology. It always keeps getting better, but fuck, it's really good. And I could definitely see how someone would get like that's, when I think about that too, it's like, that's going to bring gaming to a whole other level. It's going to add a whole level of physicality to it. Like, you can actually get a workout about playing video games instead of just like sitting on the couch with a controller and whatnot. It's great. Yeah. The Omni by Virtuix. Look it up. It's fucking cool. I'll probably write something about it on the website. So I saw that. Blew me away. Yeah. I tried... last thing on the docket was I went to go attend some panels. I wanted to do like a voice acting panel, but to my utter surprise and unfortunate, it hit capacity. They wouldn't let anybody in. Like, totally did not foresee that coming. So I was kind of bummed out by that. Didn't go and waited for Cards Against Humanity, and I was crossing my fingers for Cards Against Humanity because it's always busy. It is always like, yeah, you're lucky if you get a spot in. So I made sure I went like an hour and a half early, and even then I was told like I'm not guaranteed a spot, and things were looking pretty bleak. But luckily I ended up going in, felt really good about that, sat down, and the guys on the panel for Cards Against Humanity, they opened up with a pretty heartfelt tribute to Ryan Davis, showing pictures of his wedding and all that. And all the people who knew Ryan Davis in his life, Jeff Gersman, his wife, and Dave Lang, and a whole bunch of other people came up and shared stories and videos and audio about Ryan Davis, and it was really heartfelt and great. And then they went into the ideas, the fan pitched ideas for cards, and there's some pretty good stuff there. There's a really good black card where it's like somebody suggested if they can make a movie based on Battleship, then they can make a movie based on Blink. Yeah. Some really good stuff. Fucking what did he say? It's like, you know, if they can make a movie about Battleship, then they can make a movie about my vagina. You know, it was a bunch of stuff like that. It got everyone riled up. And then there was another one. There was a white card that somebody said. The corpse of Whitney Houston, and like the whole crowd, you could just hear an audible ooh. Yeah, it was really great. And before, I forgot to mention, before the panel even started, well, before they got to the meat and potatoes of the panel, they're like, okay, so we're gonna order pizza for everyone. And I forget who called the pizza place, but he's like, hey, yes, we need like pizza for 500 people. And he like asked the crowd, like, what does everyone want on the pizza? And they all just started shouting out what they wanted on the pizza. And he's like, did you get all that? And the person on the other end was like, no, I didn't hear any of it. It's like, great, well, we'll see you then. Okay. Yeah, it was. I mean, we all thought it was just a joke, but lo and behold, there was actual pizza. There was pizza for 500 people by the end of that panel, and they surprised us. It's like, hey, guess what? It wasn't a joke. We actually had pizza. So fucking, it's really good. Really good panel. Yeah, this whole weekend has been really great. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be staying the fourth day. I'm heading back tomorrow. By the time this video shows, it's probably going to be tomorrow. But yeah. No, it's been a really great weekend. There's been I met a lot of really cool people, experienced a lot of great things, and I feel really humbled and privileged to be a part of this community of people, because the people that, you know, I talk to and I've, you know, experienced here are some of the greatest people in the world, as far as I'm concerned. You know, it's just a really great community of gamers, geeks, nerds, whatever you want to call them. I'm glad I identify myself as one of those. It's really great. Yeah. And can't wait to do it again next year. So thanks for watching. I've got a lot of work ahead of me. I'm going to be writing up a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to be writing down everything, all my picks for PAX Prime. I'm going to be showing all the pictures that I took with cosplayers. It's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of content coming up. So stay tuned.